This title card doesn't really capture the tone of this episode. Yes, there is a scene where the Eds kick a can, but it's mostly about Eddy going crazy. There should be a laughing mouth with letters on the teeth or something. Ed is struggling to push this cardboard box even with Double D's help, but in several other episodes he's shown to possess Hercules-level strength. I mean, he can lift houses over his head. When Ed takes a bite out of this ice cream, which is actually a baseball, there's nothing inside it. Baseballs are filled with rubber and yarn. It looks like Ed's eyebrow is trying to leave his face.
Someone's coming!
How is Eddy able to hear Jimmy's tiny feet coming to the door? Why is Jimmy answering the door anyways? Shouldn't he have at least one parent taking care of him? Does every parent on this show suck? No wonder we never see any of them.
Look at his face!
Look at his hair. Does it change to match the color of his skin?
He's got chickenpox. Touch him and you'll get it too.
Unless, of course, Ed has already had it, which at his age is very likely. Speaking of which, what are the odds that all the supporting characters on the show, most of which are middle school aged, are just now getting chickenpox? Not very likely. Most people get it when they're little.
Oh dear, a quarantine.
The Eds tried to warn us about a certain global pandemic 21 years too early.
I've seen this before. Where? There. Huh?
Oh yeah, I saw all those signs too. Oh wait, no I didn't because they just came out of nowhere. Are some of these signs planted in the concrete? What's wrong with Double D in this frame? Who knows? Call Ed Houdini, he's out of that string in approximately 3.17 seconds. I timed it.
Now you're boring us.
As someone who lives in the real world, I'd sell my soul just to see somebody make a turban out of their tongue. Ed's really taking moments like this for granted. We see Eddy running around the cul-de-sac looking for all the kids, and somewhere in between he ends up in the lane.
Johnny! Rolf! Kevin! Sarah! Oh no! I'm calling on Sarah!
And you didn't even call on Naz. I'm sure you'd like to call on her.
Without kids to scam, he's gone crazy.
I know what'll calm him down. Video games! But I guess video games just don't exist in this show. Shame. So Eddy gets in this mailbox, which is planted in the grass like any mailbox should be. Ed and Double D show up, and as you can tell by Double D's feet, they are also on the grass. Now, where did all the grass go?
Drop those nuts.
Somewhere there's an asshole saying, "That's what she said." Not me, but somebody. Why are there ropes in the woods? And why is there a bush on the sidewalk? This hydrant must be covered in dog piss. You'd think the taste of that would snap some sense back in Eddy. How many nails do you need on one fraction of the fence post? Ed and Double D are able to outrun Eddy to the shed even though they're usually seen trailing after him.
Ed, hide this key discreetly.
But none of these locks require a key. Also, can't Double D just hide the key under his hat or something instead of giving it to Ed, who's known to f*** everything up? Between Double D's brains, Ed's brawn, and Eddy's morphing powers, these guys could start a legion of superheroes and protect Peach Creek from the scum of the neighbor kids. Then again, that kinda sounds like some shitty fanfiction. Eddy's just now noticing that this dollar is fake. Earlier, he was looking directly at it. Also, how do Eddy's eyes work when he's in this crazy stage? He sees Ed in a crudely drawn mask and thinks it's Johnny. He sees a fire hydrant and thinks it's a jawbreaker. But he sees this dollar and he's able to tell that it's fake? Chickenpox lasts about 4 to 7 days. This makes me question the setting of this episode. Either Eddy's meltdown was 4 to 7 days long, or Eddy, previously to this episode, went 4 to 7 days without scamming the kids. Which is unlikely because, as we learn from this episode, Eddy goes crazy when he goes too long without scams. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can unicycle this well on grass. Wow, that's quite a hole Eddy's digging, and it's gone!
I am a good shovel!
Narcissism.
I'm not registered for that.